What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mikey, and today we're gonna be getting into my Gabumon Bond of Friendship that I recently went undefeated with this past weekend at Most Excellence Digimon Card Game Invitational $2,500 tournament. GG's to all the players that was there. We had pretty much most of all the best players in Connecticut. Most Excellent is located in Enfield, Connecticut. You know, I had a blast. I had a great time. A lot of, you know, it was very competitive. There was a lot of different decks there. The matchups, for me, round 1 was Security Control. Round 2 was Digimon. Round 3, another Security Control. Round 4, it was Digimon. And then round 5 was a mirror match with another Gabumon Bond of Friendship deck. So I had a blast overall. So let's get into this deck. You know, I've been working really hard on this deck, so I'm really glad the way it turned out. So we're gonna get into Digitomas. The Digitomas first. So I run one Digimon from BT2. The reason is because when Bond of Friendship unsuspends, it'll give it that extra buff. So it'll buff them up to 15 DP. Sometimes it helps against the mirror match and other matches. So it survives that to get that extra check and security. And then also, I run 4 Upamons. So Upamons are perfect this format because, you know, a lot of decks and a lot of players, you're pretty much just hard dropping things. And so most of the time the Digimon's not gonna have no sources under it. So Upamon will give you that extra draw power for the turn to see your pieces. So that's what I'm running for Digitomas. And then we'll get into the deck itself. So for rookies, I'm running 3 straight Digimons. So 3 straight Digimons. Straight Digimon is great. Great combo with this deck. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with hybrid in its form and or 1 blue tamer card among them to your hand. So dropping a straight Digimon, possibly getting 2 hits to see your pieces. Because with this deck, you pretty much want to set up, get your mat down as fast as possible, and you want to get your hybrids in your hand to be able to swing for game and close out the game late game. Because it's just great. So this card is extremely great, extremely helpful, helped me out a lot. And then it's just I just love this card. This card is helped me out so many times in the game. So we're running 3 Strabies. So we got 3 Strabies. Then I run 2 Madoki Betamon. So 2 Madoki Betamon. Reason is all turns your opponents can't gain memory except with tamer effects. So for example, against Security Control, they can't pop that memory boost and get that extra 3 memory. Also, this format we just recently got our memory boost. We got pretty much all the colors: yellow, red, green, blue. Every single color got their memory boost. Purple, black. So there's memory boost going around all over. Also against the mirror match, it helps out so much because let's say if they don't have a Davis out on the field and they only have 1 mat, and you can choke them, put them at 1, they're not going to be able to use Hammer Sparks. So that helps out so much. So pretty much you just it's just stopping your opponent. It's basically a blue Terriermon, and same thing with Gazimon in purple. That's pretty much what it is. So I'm actually excited that we actually blue finally got one of these, and me being a blue player, it's amazing. So even like for example, if you're going against a mirror match and you're playing against blue and you attack and you hit a Hammer Spark in security, guess what? That Hammer Spark's not gonna go off, so they're not getting no memory. Also, if you're playing against purple and you hit a Jax Raid in security, this is out in the field, guess what? Jax Raid is not going off, so it's not gonna possibly go to their turn and then end your turn. So he's really good. Love him. So on to the next. I run 1 promo Gabumon. Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of this Gabumon, but it comes in clutch, from time to time, but I'm not a big fan of him. I usually don't drop him unless if I'm really struggling for his hammer, but other than that, That's why there's only one in the deck. So on play, reveal the top five cards of your deck. Add one tamer card among them to your hand. That's pretty much what he is. So he's all right. I'm not really too much of a big fan of him, but I do run 4 Gabumons from the starter deck. That's from the new 04 starter deck. So while you have 8 or more cards in your hand, this Digimon gets plus 1,000 DP, which is amazing. Helps out so much, buffing up your bond. So you know, if you combo that in with this, then your bond can possibly be at 16,000. So that's why I run that. It's great, love it. Especially for the mirror matches, if you don't have the Digimon, you can have him under and you can swing and not worry about hitting a bond or hitting you know, anything that's gonna kill you in security. So run 4 of those. Then this is a staple. This is a staple in pretty much any bond deck. For the new Gabumons for BT06, all turns once per turn. When you play a tamer with Matt in its name, gain a memory. So you possibly drop him for 2 if he's out in the field. Usually you're not gonna want to do that, but there might be a situation where you're trying to get some chip damage and you want to drop that Matt. And you can drop him for 2 and then digivolve over him with Gorillamon or something else. So and then also his inherited effect, what attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has Gabumon Bond of Friendship in his name, you may unsuspend it. So you're possibly getting 3 swings in 1 turn with the Gabumon, which is amazing. Because Gabumon Bond of Friendship, he unsuspends himself as well. So that card's amazing. I love him. I usually try to save that for late game if I need to, if I know I'm going to swing for game. Yeah, so that card's great. I love it. And then I run 4 of the Gabumons from B21. So on play, trigger, draw 1. These cards are great. I love them because when you need to see your pieces, you're trying to get those extra cards, you just drop them, trigger, draw 1. If they can't pop it, okay, cool. You get a nice little chip damage. You can swing with him, and you know, knock off one of their security. You know, so it's pretty much it for rookies. That's all I run for rookies. Then for level 4s, I run 1 Octomon. Octomon's amazing because he's 7,000 DP for a champion. Like 7,000 DP champion, it's amazing because it's swinging over Mechanorimons, it's swinging over your blockers that are 6,000. So you know, it's like I don't know. So I just run 1. I tried it with 2 for a little while. Didn't like it. It worked. It was all right. So 1 is fine. And then we run. So that's 1 Octomon. Then we run 2 Grizzlymons. So the 2 Grizzlymons, perfect. Got to run 2 blockers because with this deck and Gabumon Bond of Friendship, you're killing your own security. You know, so you're taking away your own security when you digivolve into Bond, and you want to pretty much save that security for you know, late game when you're ready to go off and you're ready to hit your combos. So if you're able to protect the security early game with Grizzlies, it's perfect. Or even Grizzly might come in late game and might be able to help you not lose that turn, and your opponent passes a turn, they can't swing for game. Boom, and then you're able to go off and you're able to swing for game. So Grizzlymons are amazing. Only run 2. Then we're running for hybrids. I'm running 2 Kendogurumons. Okay, so Kendogurumons are amazing. I love them. I don't like that you have to digivolve for 3, but honestly, this card is great. So you may digivolve this card onto one of your blue tamers as if it were a level 3 Digimon. So that's perfect. Great for to end games. Same thing as a Lobomon, but also it has extra attack. One extra effect. When attacking, okay. When attacking, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to its owner's hands. Trash all the Digivolution sources of that card from that Digimon. Okay, cool. Now this card right here, perfect for early game. You digivolve onto let's say you got enough memory, you digivolve onto a Gabumon and you just swing, bounce back one of their level 3s. Now you're pushing them back a turn from getting at least 2 checks. Also, this card has helped me out so much against Justmon. So let's say Justmon, like for example, there was a game where we were in game 3 with Justmon, and the Jesmon player had the Sistermon out in the field. The one that gives an effect blocker to all the other Sistermons. So that was the only one out on the field. So what I did was I digivolved, swung with the Kendall Gurumon, bounced that back, hit security, and then I was able to swing for game because of I got rid of that Sistermon and bounced it back to their hand. So now they have no blockers out on the field. Perfect. Love this card. It's great. So I run 2 Kendall Gurumons. Then I run the boy 4 Lobomons. The reason why I run 4 Lobomons is because we're just gonna show the arts. Let's pretend that's art, because I need to get another one. But yeah. So anyways, so 4 Lobomons. Lobomon's the man. Digivolve for 2, swing for game. It's amazing. And with the Strabimons, you can get these in your hand and get 2 tamers. Since this is a heavy hybrid deck and a heavy tamer deck, the Strabimons come in clutch for this. So run 4 Lobomons. Then we run the boy himself, staple, in every bond deck. 4 Gabumon Bond of Friendships. Love this card. So 1 attack and once per turn. If you have a tamer in play, you may unsuspend this Digimon. Cool. Then, when attacking, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the bottom of its owner's deck. Trash all the Digivolution cards of that Digimon. Perfect. So they start loading up the field. Okay, cool. Let's say you're playing against Rookie Rush. Rookie Rush, you get a bond out. You're bottom deck. Now you're resetting their board. Same thing against Jesmon. Jesmon flushed the board. They're trying to swing for game next turn. Okay, cool. Bottom deck. Boom. Now Jesmon, pretty much, now they're gonna have to find a way to, flood the board again to be able to swing for game again. So it's just amazing how you can just control the board and just set your opponent back. If they're trying to flood the board and swing for game. I love it. So run 4 of those staple in every deck, and then I run 2 Managermons. So the reason why I run 2 Managermons, I know a lot of people don't like it. Or people might say you give your opponent too much memory or whatever the case may be. But honestly, 2 Managermons, in my opinion, it's great. I love it. Shout out to my teammates, Team Underdogs, and shout out to my teammates. One of my teammates recommended that I played the Managermons. I've been testing it without it. I tested it with it, then I didn't like it. I tested without it, then I tested it with it, and they finally warmed up to me. And I won't take them off the deck at all. I think they're perfect. On play, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, trigger recovery +2. Okay, so and it also has another attack. When attacking, you may play 1 level 3 yellow Digimon from your hand without paying memory cost. But we're not running any level 3 yellow Digimon, so that's fine. But this card, because with this card, when the effect from the tamer says when you digivolve into a bond, onto a Gabumon, into a bond, right? Matt says you have to trash top suite of security. So cool. If I go on, if it's early game and I got enough memory, I'll digivolve, swing, get 3 checks, and then drop this, recover 2, and I'm back at 5 security. Okay, so it puts your opponent under pressure because now they're only down to 2 security, and also depends on the matchup. It puts them under pressure. You knock down 3 other security. You just recovered 2, so now it puts them under pressure. They need to start working faster. This is a very fast deck. Okay. Also against security control. All right. Security control plays the long game. These come in clutch against security control. All right. So 2 Managermons, I'm telling you, they're amazing. I love them. Feel free to try them on the deck. A lot of people don't like them, but I love them in the deck. So we'll move forward on to the option cards. So the option cards, 4 Hammer Sparks, I think is a staple. Need it, and until we get Ice Walls, 4 Hammer Sparks is a staple in this deck. So run 4 Hammer Sparks. You just play cost of 0, and then you gain a memory on play. When you hit a security, you gain 2 memory. So let's say if your opponent is at 1 and they don't play ADP, okay? They hit security. They're getting ready to swing for turn. Swing for game that turn, right? So let's say they hit security, they're getting ready to swing for game. Boom, they hit a hammer spark. Oh, guess what? They're at 1. Now it goes to your turn. Boom. Now you can just go off and swing for game. Hammer spark is so clutch. Also, you want to save these for late game. So let's say you save these for late game to go into your hybrids. Because remember, we're running 2 Kendus, right? So Kendus did well for 3. So you want to save those for late game to be able to go off with your hybrids. Because they're not pretty much, there's no way to stop the hybrids unless if you got blockers out. So we want to save those. So we run 4 of those. And then I run 2 Howling Memory Boosts. This card is amazing. I love this card. It's freaking. I think it's broken. So I think it's a staple also in every blue deck. So for play cost of 3, so trash up to 2 Digivolution cards from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then you place this card in the battle area. Boom. So now you can stun the board. Okay. So remember, this format, they're hard dropping a lot of things. So you can stun the board, okay, stop one of them from attacking, and also trash 2 sources if you want to stop them from getting certain effects. Perfect. Love it. And then on top of that, you get to leave it all in the field. So next turn, if you want to use it, you can pop it, gain 2 memory. Broken. Like this card is crazy. And on top of that, it has the Gabumon artwork. So like there's no brainer to run that card. So now we run 2 Absolute Blast. This card right here, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So it's play cost of 6. Trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to the bottom of its owner's deck. Perfect. What is this format? Once again, they're just hard dropping stuff. Most of the time, there's a lot of Digimon out in the field that have no sources under them. You hit this in security, guess what? Bottom deck. You're playing against security control. Sword Defeat comes out in the field. Boom. Hit that in security. Bottom deck. Another example, it's a Sayokamon, right? The yellow Digimon. So that hurts. That hurts Bond of Courage. That hurts a lot of decks actually that stay in the Raisin area and then come out, even Jessamon. It hurts because when it comes out from the Raisin area, right? Sayokamon says that your opponent's Digimon that comes out from the Raisin area gets -3 security checks. So if I have a bond and I want to go into bond and I try to bring that out, I can't swing 3 checks. So it's pointless to me bringing it out when that's out on the field, right? Okay. So if I have an Absolute Blast in my hand, guess what? Boom, bottom deck it. Because you're going to see that against security control. So Absolute Blast comes in clutch, bottom deck it. Also, they got a Beelstarmon security control type deck. Now, they hard play Beelstarmon. They'll pop something on the board, and then next turn they'll go into a Sword Defeat and pop one of your Tamers. Okay, cool. If you got this out in the field, if you got this in your hand, and Beelstarmon's out in the field, play it, bottom deck it. Now they can't delete one of your Tamers. So, also if they hit insecurity, guess what? Bottom deck it. So, I love this card, especially this format, because you don't really want to be bouncing things to your hand as much. So it goes to the bottom of the deck. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So this one Kakai's Breath. Reason is because Kakai's Breath, you have to play it for 7, and you return the Digimon to your opponent's hand. I don't really like returning it to my opponent's hand, because then they can just hard play it again, or they could just, it's just another source that they can use later on. It does come up great in the mirror matches. They hit in security. It's pretty much what it's there for. Just hit in security, bounce something back. If it's in your hand, there is situations where you can hard play it for 7, and it works out. But you just got to play it at the right time. Just play it at the right time. Kakai's Breath is great. I love it. Boom. Just 1 in the deck. Now, I run 1 Blue Memory Boost. This is a new Blue Memory Boost that we got. So all the colors, like I mentioned earlier, they all got one. So for a play cost of 3, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 blue Digimon card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then place this card in your battle area. Cool. So let's say if you're struggling, you need a bond in your hand. Play this, boom, grab the bond, put this out in the raising area. Put this out in the battle area. Sorry. Now, next turn, you can pop it, gain 2 memory. Perfect. Beautiful. Love it. For tamers, we're running 3 Davises and the boy himself that gives Bond all his power, Matt. 3 Davises, 4 Matts. Davises, I love it. Start of your turn, if you have 2 or less memory, set your memory to 3. Perfect. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 blue and 1 green Digimon card among them to your hand. Place the remainder at the bottom of your deck. Helps you filter all your deck. Helps you see your pieces. If you need to get a Bond, if you need to get a hybrid, if you need to get a rookie, Davis comes in clutch. Matt, your turn. When you're one of your Digimon with Gabumon or Garurumon in its name moves from the breeding area to the battle area, gain 1 memory and trigger draw 1. Perfect. So when you raise that Gabumon from the raising area, let's say you have 1 or 2 of these out in the field. Guess what? Davis is out. You're going to 5, and then you're drawing 2. And if they put you anywhere past 3, you're gonna gain even more. You know. Then main effect for Matt. Once per turn, digivolve your Gabumon into 1 Gabumon bond of friendship in your hand for its digivolution cost, ignoring its level. If you do, trash the top 2 cards of your security stack. Then if you have 1 or more security cards, delete that Digimon at the end of your turn. Perfect. So this right here is what I was talking about when the Managermons come in clutch, because you're trashing top 2 security. So you drop a Managermon, boom. Now you just recover those 2. Boom. So now it's like it didn't even hurt you, and you just chipped off 2 or 3 attacks from your security, possibly, depending on which Gabumon you have on the field. So this is my deck list. My Gabumon deck list. You know, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? What do you guys feel? Feel free to test it out. And yeah, that's my undefeated Gabumon Bond of Friendship deck list. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody stay positive. And I'm sending some positive vibes your way. Peace.